before the break, you were saying about what changes Giovanni should make tomorrow, and it was just to basically say I think the first change you should be making should be Goldson. I was talking to one of my friends today, and after what Connor Goldson says, I think he forgets that he played against Braga. We're 2 goals down, and then he comes out with a stupid comment like that. I think that's one of the changes that should be made for tomorrow, and see what you think on that.
Well, you're not the first Rangers caller on the show to say exactly that. Earlier on, we had Derek saying that he doesn't think Connor Goldson, Barry should wear the shirt again.
Yeah, I don't know if Rangers have got enough. If you're going to leave Connor Goldson out, that only leaves Balogun and Bassey that can play there. I don't know if that's strong enough, Jordan, if I'm being honest with you. If Hollander was fit, I mean, for me, Hollander is Rangers' best central defender in terms of, for me, strong defensively. He's a proper, loves defending, getting blocks in, winning headers. I don't know, and I don't think Connor Goldson will get left out. I think he'll play tomorrow because I don't think there's enough in there, Connor. Yeah. Jordan, sorry.
When you hit it with such a comment like that,
yeah, I know, Jordan.
For your vice captain, I think there's got to be a punishment, especially. Well, that's what the fans would think anyway.
Look, Jordan, I know all the Rangers fans are angry about it. Look, we were all angry about it watching it. But I just don't think Rangers have got the personnel in that department to make the changes, because we need to win the game tomorrow. Rangers need to win that game tomorrow.
Would you accept, Jordan, that he's got a job to do tomorrow night, because Rangers aren't exactly well off for central defenders? As Barry says, no Hollander. Do you go with Balogun and Bassey?
100%, that's what I would do. 100%. I just think it's so stupid to say it, and I think that he wants out the door now. So if that's the case, then let him go out the door, because when you hit a statement like that, it's unforgivable, really, especially when you play for a club the size of Rangers, I think, anyway.
It's going to be interesting, David, to see if he does play tomorrow night, Connor Goldson, what sort of reaction he gets from the crowd.
I think he will play. I've no doubt in my mind that Van Bronckhorst will pick him. He'll have been told he'll know how his remarks have gone down within the Rangers support. And if anything, that would surely make him more determined to turn in a display tomorrow night. The only reason you drop Connor Goldson is if you have someone who is as good, if not better, to bring in, and I'm not convinced Rangers have. I know he's not been playing particularly well this season, but a game like this, I think he'll be one of the first names in the team sheet.
Barry, I meant to ask you earlier on, what would be the upshot of that Connor Goldson interview? I mean, Alan McGregor was trying to tell us that nobody knows what's going on in terms of media interviews, but everybody knew what Connor Goldson said after the match. What would be the reaction of his teammates to that?
What one?
To Connor Goldson's
the hunger or the game is over at half time. Well, I would have questioned both of the comments. Yeah. I would have questioned both of the comments.
He was also critical of his teammates as well, wasn't he?
Yep.
I mean,
Yep. Listen, you first and foremost, I'm a big believer, look at your own performance and look how you deal with things. But I believe that things like that should be left in the four walls of the dressing room. If you feel that people ain't pulling their weight, look at them eye to eye and tell them.
There'd be a serious Barney about that, wouldn't there?
But listen, there's no doubt there would have been a Barney. Certainly with the squads and the teams that I played in, there would have been a Barney. But if they felt that somebody wasn't pulling their weight or doing their job for the team, then that would have got said at half time or after the game, inside the dressing room, and the dressing room doors shut. I was involved in so many. I think it's a healthy thing in terms of let your frustrations out, let people know that you're not happy with it. But
who'd be leading the way there, Barry? James Tavernier? Would you be?
I would like to think that the captain is. I know what Alan McGregor's like, Griggsy, in the dressing room. He's very vocal. You see him on the pitch. Steve Davis, I would imagine as well. Dave was pretty. He was a quieter one, but you would listen to Steve Davis because of what he's done in the game. Steve Davis, a brilliant football player. He's the experience he's got. So I would imagine there would have been an inquest. There would have been some of the guys. Well, no, some of them. There would have been a team meeting and saying, "Listen, right, I need more for A, B, C, and D." That's me, obviously talking about players. We don't know the players that Goldson was talking about.
Tell Alexa to launch Go Radio or listen on the Go Radio app.